Yo,
Hey.
happy Halloween month, everybody. Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews, or as we call it during the month of October, BrickWall Horror. That's my thunder and lightning
What?
effects that we couldn't pay
Is
for.
that what we call it?
BrickWall Horror Month.
As we call it in the month of October.
Yes, BrickWall Horror. Yes,
Yeah, I
BrickWall
thought it was,
Reviews.
I wasn't
Called BrickWall
enthused
Horror.
about that.
Well, it's been like that for 3 years.
Was it called BrickWall Horror?
Yes. Okay, it's time I come clean, everybody. This is the Sam clone. Okay, I've been trying to hide it for a long time. This is obviously a Sam clone. We haven't caught up on everything.
We have not called BrickWall Horror.
Samantha.
My hood on.
It has been
this is gonna be my
BrickWall
month
Horror
of October sweater.
for 2 years.
This is my month of October sweater.
Look at that. You see that?
This is my month of October.
The playlist, which you can now find on our YouTube channel from the past 2 BrickWall Horrors, BrickWall Horror 2021 and BrickWall Horror 2020, where we hit some of the hits.
Oh my God, I'm just gonna let her in.
No, she's fine.
I'm just gonna come on, big girl. Come on. My God.
We have the hits.
We are live. This is literally live, bro, in our house right now.
So anyway,
let's do a tour. Big girl.
I'm trying to get this. All right, so
oh my God, I cannot.
Tonight we're going to be talking about the movie Prey, which was released on Hulu earlier this year. Matter of fact, it was released July 21st. I thought it was July. I was thinking it was August. It was released July 21st, 2022. This is a movie that I was going to review originally. It was going to be done already on the channel, but I figured that I would save it for probably this time of the year because I know that it's the Halloween season. I know that it's what? What?
You hear
her? Okay. Anyway, so I figured I'd save this here review. Just shut the door. Just shut it.
I'm trying to call it so you can get the remote, bro.
Just go give it to him. Oh, Lord.
Go get the remote.
Okay. So before we proceed any farther, I have skipped out on the announcements. The announcements of there being, we are on Twitch. Tomorrow night is the next episode of the Twitch stream. Make sure you guys check that out. The Twitch stream does have a YouTube channel. However, there are complications with that currently. I'm trying to work that out.
So we're not even going to express the complications. Just check them out on Twitch. And that's
because the people know. The people know.
We don't.
So the people know why they can't see them on Twitch because there's only a certain amount of time until certain things are completed with Twitch that the videos are available on Twitch. Is why we're trying to put them on YouTube, and the YouTube channel has been announced and everything, but the videos are still being uploaded as we speak. So I'm just letting the people know if you want to catch up on those episodes, the previous episodes of the live streams on Twitch are being uploaded. Currently, there's just some complications with that, but do make sure you tune in tomorrow night for our next live episode on Twitch, where we're going to be having a lot of fun. It is already looking to be a fun stream. Let's talk about a lot of stuff. All right,
yeah.
we have our order.
I mean, that the people who have never been on Twitch want to know.
Well,
all right.
Well,
like I want what should they expect?
Right.
No,
so
listen. This is what I'm asking you. What should they expect from watching the Twitch? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm getting into. So with on Twitch stream, it's me, group of my friends. We get up there. We talk many different things. We talk about some pop culture stuff. We do our weekly viral nonsense videos where we go over that stuff. And we also, last time we were on there, we talked about a caricature tray. I don't know the fancy way for a party tray. There was a big debate about that. And there's also the issue of whether or not we are actually against R4 feminist rights. All inside jokes that you have to actually tune in to get full context on. It is a fun stream. We're there.
They said feminist.
Hey, listen, it's an in joke, but it's an in joke, and we are sponsored. No, we have our resident female there.
One female.
We have our resident
apparently
female.
This female is not a female. So
no, she,
because I said it. So check it out. Apparently this female is not a female. Yeah. So we got to go through feminism, right? She should have been hard down protecting us.
No,
females.
she was. So
the
joke about the thing about it was that the thing about that. Now that I have to explain it,
it's about pray. If you want to find out what happened, tune into their Twitch. I'm sure it's very interesting. Tune in and check it out and let us know what you think. And let us think and let us know what you think, because we're not going to delve into that. But if you're a feminist as I am, then check it out, because we need to double check these females who are trying to represent our
Twitch stream.
To our who?
To our co-host on our Twitch.
Anyway, I don't care. I don't care because apparently I need to be on there, because apparently we ain't getting the jab done.
Everyone is welcome.
But like I said, we're gonna continue because this particular review is about Parade that you can catch on Netflix.
Yeah, no, Hulu. Yes, Hulu. Which?
Do not go to Netflix. Go to Hulu. You know what? You want to white on shit and go to Netflix? Because I watched this movie twice wrong twice. 2 times. On Hulu. I watched the movie wrong 2 times. I watched Predator twice.
You know, our Twitch stream is sponsored by Netflix.
Oh, you want to know what happens? Why Netflix is involved? Netflix is involved because of the anime that I'm watching, or that I expressed the last time. I can't remember the name of it, but that's on Netflix, and I was getting ready to watch that, so that's why Netflix is on my mind, because I've been on Netflix a lot today. Dynasty's out. Like I said, the anime I was watching, and I cannot remember the name of it. Nino Noku or whatever, however, and I'm going to post it so you can watch it again, because I expressed it the last time, but that's on Netflix as well. And of course, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. I know a lot of people are deterred from there and have their own opinions or views, or have heard different opinions and views of it. But I challenge you to check it out for yourself and think about it in the realms of social injustice, not what this sick man did, because he was sick and he was a man, what he did to the minority population. Yes, we want to think about that, but not to the extent that they're trying to deter us from the social injustices of our minority population. This movie explicitly highlights the social injustices of police officers and just the law as it comes to minorities. And we're going to express it is the gay population in this setting. And it is more of African American or minority, Black and brown minorities. So I've expressed, like, please do not feel afraid to watch the Jeffrey Dahmer story on Netflix. Please disregard his erratic behavior and look at the social injustices on our community, and the fact that we need to really view this stuff, and the sick fact that this man really got away with all this stuff because of social injustice. That's what it's really about. He got away with over 15 murders because of social injustice. So just take the time to watch it for what it really is, and not what people portray to be as demons. It's only demonic if you make it demonic. He was a human. He is not a monster. He is a human being creating these crimes. So look at it like that and just check it out. And, we need to stand together. Social injustice is social injustice, whether or not it was 40, 50, 60, however long, we need to fix it. It needs to be fixed. And we need to pay attention to that, and not the fact that he ate people, which is not clearly shown. But we're going to get into that later, because I have somebody special for that one, and it's going to be very interesting. And that one might be a Twitch. I'm not sure yet. Or it might be a YouTuber.
No, it's going to be YouTube.
Like I said, I don't know what she wants to do. I'm going to confirm with her.
YouTube.
Yeah. And like I said, she wants to do Twitch. We're going to do Twitch. So like I said, please be ready for our Jeffrey Dahmer review. When you go to review on Netflix, have an open mind about it. Just really try to delve into the cognitive aspect of it. Like, so I'm psychological, so I'm not going to go there, but we're going to go into our review. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share our posts. So I know, saying sweat. I know my sweater is tripping tonight. But anyway, so Prey. So let me tell you about Prey. So I watched Prey. I watched Prey, Predator with the 2 times and watched the wrong thing.
Well, at least you're caught up on Predator lore, though.
I'm caught up on Predator and I was not impressed. Cause
Well,
I was like, why am I watching this?
which Predator was it? Was it one with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
No, it definitely was not.
Oh well, then you did not see the OG Predator.
I did
but,
not.
So this movie,
because if it was Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, I'd be like, oh my boy.
This movie, it kind of, you can call it a prequel because it kind of predates all of the Predator lore that we all have. I mean, I know that with franchises like these, the timelines are always murky and muddy, and you don't know what falls into what continuity or whatever it may be. So I don't know that. I'm not the Predator expert because I know that there's actual real life lore and everything about Predator that I just don't get from watching these movies. But Prey takes place with and I want to kind of,
was it Native American?
There's a type because it's something interesting about Comanche. They're Comanche people.
Indians. No, like
and
are they
it's
Indians? Like what is it? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, because I'm thinking they're Native Americans or a form of Indians because of how their practices.
Yeah, they're Native. They are Native Americans.
And let me.
But the Comanche tribe.
And I really want to touch on that because I really appreciate the fact that they delved into some of their traditions with the medicines and practice of medicines and some of their traditions with hunting and with making clothing, or like we see her making like different things with the animal skin. I really appreciate that. I think it's a major tribute, a huge tribute to the Native Americans that did lose their lives in the fight for what they call America. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I really appreciate. And in this movie, to me, it puts me in the mindset of when Christopher Columbus discovered America. It really puts me in that mindset outside of it being Predator. And I'll tell you why, because I have two views on it. Because of when the main character became trapped, that was a trap set for humans. And this shit is sad. It is very, very sad to me because like, how dare you? How dare you? Like she was hitting with a rock. Like that part of it, like I don't know if people really caught on to that. She's hitting, she don't know. They don't know what it is. They don't know anything. They don't have those types of weapons. And that it really saddened me that, that that's what they had to go through. And I could only imagine, not knowing and having to go through that, how it must have felt for for the people. Like it's extremely sad that and I really appreciate, and that's why I'm really happy I got to watch this movie because it really showed different societal aspects. Like I said, nobody, like if you don't really think about it, you don't really think to delve into the Native American aspect of it, of here's their tribe and here's how they're living, and we have the Predator coming, and that's symbolic as well. You know what I'm saying? That's symbolic in its own right as well to this story. But when we delve into the part of traps being set out, and they really captured the main character, and we saw her as a prisoner, and we also saw a member of a tribe as a prisoner. You get what I'm saying? And they made it out to be, oh, we're hunting the Predator. You have information, but we know what it potentially could have been during that time of Native Americans being free and roaming the land. We already know what that is. So, that gives us a brief history of enlightenment to say, hey, this did happen, if we think about it like that. But also, I really enjoyed the movie on the aspect of Prey and what it meant. Like, I got so many different views of what Prey is. So if we want to go into the aspect of Predator alone, so we have Predator coming down into the human society. He's an alien coming into human society to hunt. He is hunting for prey and becomes the prey. So that's what really, and I really like that aspect of how they turn that around. And I'm gonna tell you another thing I liked as well is the fact that they had the Predator come in and hunting prey. He started with the snakes and he built his way up. So he ended up building his way up to the humans, which he found was a more combative prey for him. He started with the human male and ended with the female and was defeated. So all females, y'all already know what this is. Hey. Feminism all the way. Feminism. This movie highlights feminism and I love it. I snuck that in on you. I did. Ha! I tricked him. But it highlights feminism. This movie, Prey, highlights feminism. It brings us back into our Native American culture of our background. It introduces us into medicines that are made from herbs that are grown to let us know that this is not evil. So it's a lot of stuff in here that is positive and that gives us and the producers, the directors, everybody who orchestrated this movie is you're gonna get a 5 from me. You get my review right now. It's a 5. I definitely love the way everything was put together. I love how the fact that the female appeared to be the underdog, and even when she came to them and was like, "Hey, we need to try this a different way," nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to listen, but they should have listened. And I get that part of it too, because you're used to doing things a certain way, and sometimes if you stray from familiarity, it causes disruption. You know what I'm saying? So I get that part of it too. But when we have something new, maybe we need to try something new, and that's what we had in this. And it took an open mind, because she was to really bring that out. I know you're not talking much, but this right here, this was my movie, bro. Like, I watched this. This is my movie. I took everything from it. Like, I stayed up. I stayed up and I watched it. Like, I could not go to sleep until I finished this movie. That's how intrigued I was by it. That's how impressed I was by it. That's how much I wish that I would have seen this movie 1,000 times over. 1,000 times over. This movie is spectacular. This movie is definitely underrated. It's definitely underrated. It definitely should have been on the big screen. It definitely should have been on a big screen. It's definitely underrated. Like I said, the fact that it highlights women. It highlights women. It highlights minorities. It highlights the fact that magic isn't magic in the way that we think magic is. Magic is not deceitful. This showed us that magic and healing is a pure art form. You know what I'm saying? Like, this movie shows that everything that was taught to include negativity is not negative. It's only negative to the untrained mind. It's only negative when you're not familiar with it. These people are familiar with their practices. They create the herb, she healed them like beautifully, which is, and I really do not like to talk about this, enslaved Americans. This is one of the topics I definitely do not like to talk about. But this is one of the reasons why enslaved Americans were treated the way they were, because of the knowledge they had of the healing arts. And it's emotional for me. So this movie, like, the movie was emotional for me. It's a lot in this movie, and I think that people really should appreciate. I really appreciate the directors for taking the time to highlight the Native American culture, and to even include the piece the way they did, because they did include it to where you like, hold on, but then you don't really think about it like that, because you don't want to really think about it like that, but you need to think about it like that, because this is how they stole them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how they took them. They really showed us there. Yeah, we saw. Oh no, we know that's how y'all took this girl's basically Pocahontas. You know what I'm saying? And so in a you know what I'm saying? It's a form of Pocahontas. And in Pocahontas, that definitely was not a children's story. She definitely was raped, eaten, diseased up. Like, it's not a children's story at all. So like I said, this movie, when you think about it like that, is very emotional. But if you look at it for surface level, it is brilliant. I love the movie. I love the movie. I love this movie. I really did. I really liked. I like Predator was a bitch. Number one. That's number one. Predator was bitch made in this movie. Say he wasn't.
I'm
you want to know why Predator was bitch made? Predator was bitch made because every time he got to start getting his ass whooped, he turned invisible. Every time, it did not fail. Every time he started getting his ass whooped, he turned. The only time he did not turn invisible was when he was facing the main character at the end. And I was shocked because I waited for him. You get what I'm saying? But for me, I think that means something. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel that it's a level of hierarchy with his invisible, and I'm not sure. And the directors, please quote me if I'm wrong, but I think that the hierarchical level includes that he's invisible when he feels that you're not a threat, like fuck you, bro, I'm about to just fuck you up. And for somebody he feels who is a true opponent, nah, let's see if you really got what it takes. If I feel that you're not worth it, you ain't about to fuck me up. I'm about to fuck you up and get it over with. But if I feel that you're a real opponent, then we're gonna see each other eye to eye. And I feel that that's what that last battle gave us, was he felt the formidable opponent. He done reached the top of the food chain with the female minority. He met the top of the food chain. Yeah, that's right. Female minority. I'm so serious. That's all it tells me. He did not go invisible one time. He already knew who it was. That's it. He done, for all the males, he done turned invisible on their ass and fucked them up. Y'all ain't shit. He knew that female because that female studied him. He knew, he smelled, he already knew. She studied him. She took the time to study him to make him the fucking predator. She preyed on his ass like it was nothing. He was familiar with her scent. He knew what she smelled like from the time they first interacted. With his footsteps met hers, where they met where the dead animals were, and he smelled what she smelled. He already knew her scent. You got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was ready after her. But he found that she was his top component, the female minority. That's it. And that's all in the review. Like, that, I want to get me started. We can go all day. Y'all need to check it out. Like, it's empowerment. This movie is female empowerment, the female minority. Like, y'all just understand the type of power females have in general. The type of power females have in general. And this movie definitely highlights it. I give 20,000 stars to this movie. 1,000 stars to this movie. This movie was spectacular. It's definitely underrated. It's definitely underwatched. It's definitely undervalued. If people would just take the time to think about it from different points of view, outside, oh, it's the predator. Yeah, it definitely is a predator getting his ass whooped. It's definitely a predator getting. So yeah, watch it on Hulu. It is spectacular. Remember, it's the one with Native Americans. Don't be like me.
It's called Prey. For goodness
It's
sakes.
called
There's
Prey.
no Predator movie.
You know why?
Called Prey.
No, listen, because I pressed Prey and then started playing Predator. You know what I'm saying?
That was
so I watched it twice, 2 times wrong. 2 times I watched it wrong. So I'm glad, and I am overjoyed and overwhelmed that I was able to watch the new 2022 version of Prey, and I feel that everybody should definitely check that version out because it is worth the watch. And if you really listened and cue yourself into the social aspects of it and what our ancestors had to go through, and even if they weren't your ancestors, somebody else's ancestors, just being a human in general, what humans had to go through, like, and they didn't deserve, like, we're using stakes to fight guns. That's not fair. It's not fair. But I did want to talk on the Predator's technology. So this movie really delves on the technological aspect as well, because during this time we have the guns where you have to pour the powder in and do all that other extra stuff before you can shoot. And the Predator has technology that's probably like where we have 1920s for guns. The Predator is probably like in the 1990s or 2000s.
No, it's like the 80s.
No, his technology was like 80s technology.
No, his technology is alien technology.
I mean, I know, but what year? I know it's futuristic, but what year would you give it?
I wouldn't give it.
I mean, just so we can give our viewers an idea of like what to expect
based off of the first Predator, which was set in the 80s. But still, you can't date alien technology.
So his technology,
it's advanced technology.
So it's definitely advanced technology. But if I wanted to give the viewers a presumptuous year, I would give them, I would say probably now.
Just say alien technology.
I would say now. Because that's the shit now. That's so funny. But yeah, so it's basically alien technology, and she finds a way, which is why she's the massive, which is why I'm not gonna say it, which is why females are the ultimate being, are the ultimate species. Is because she found a way to use his own technology against him to defeat him. I mean, you haven't said nothing. I'm just
You've been going, like you've been on a riff.
This movie is like
we way farther in time now. I didn't think we get this far in time. I was going. I was coming here for a few minutes. I was gonna be out.
All right. So basically, the alien, right? Basically, so
we gonna be here.
So not alien. So basically, Predator. He jumps down off of his spaceship. He comes down. He, like I expressed, he starts trying to go through society from, trying to find the life form that will give him the most challenge, and he ultimately finds his humans, which like I said, we find in the story. We get the livelihood of Indians for a little bit. We get to see some other aspects. You get to see Caucasian male, steal his way in, and I don't care. I said it. And so we get the Predator just looking at civilization to just find out what's going on. And he's using his skills, using his tech. He's basically damn near invisible the whole time. So I really liked how they did that. And the parts that did start to show with his facial features, that was very enjoyable. The fact that they had the mask come off, and that in itself had alien technology, and it was very interesting. And just the way like the mask kind of like did its own thing. I don't know if you noticed that. To me, I don't know if he. And then it was so funny because he's over there like, yeah, I'm gonna press these damn buttons right here. These motherfuckers think they got me. I'm about to send this.
I want to emphasize everybody that she's clearly, if you haven't noticed by now, she's clearly never seen a Predator film, at least not the original ones, which is mostly why I'm letting her go, because I'm like, okay.
Apparently, I've seen it twice.
But this is. Because the thing that a lot of people are loving about this movie, and myself, because I've not looked as deeply as she has into this movie, I'm looking at it just as just as what's presented.
That's why I'm waiting for you to say something, because we are deep in this review.
I've been letting you go.
Because I can go up on psychological all day.
I've been letting
and
you
on
shoot
social
from the
injustice all day. And on female rights all day. And female superiority all day long. So why are you going to keep me going?
So for real quick, I want to mention that anyone who watches our Twitch channel, y'all know this is instant karma on me. But watch the stream, you'll get it. This is instant karma on me.
And I didn't even watch it, so
anyway, so yeah, I think like this is just as a Predator film, I do agree with people. Like this is one of the best Predator films that's existed. And quite since the original Predator, really. I mean, yeah, we've had certain ones that were good, but they all kind of seemed just like they were at that point where it's gimmicky. But like this one is really good. I do like the female protagonist in this. This is, in my opinion, this is the proper way you do the female lead thing, not like the Avengers where you put them all together and just have them fight together out the blue, or you gender swap somebody or something. Like this was really authentic.
Like I really like that. I'm sorry.
This movie kind of instant karma twist. Watch the Twitch stream, guys.
Because they did show her failures and how she redirected herself. She didn't stop.
Yeah, which was one of the major criticisms of the Mulan that came out. The live action Mulan came out, which was that she didn't have to work for anything. They cut out the failures to make her seem like such a badass female. But part of being a badass is you have your failures. You have to work to what you have. So I do like seeing her journey in this film. I watched this movie twice. Of course, right before I reviewed it tonight. And my opinion on it kind of changed, because at first I was like, why is she attacking the Predator? Predator ain't do nothing but like really just like he's hunting the bigger thing as opposed to the smaller person, because with the fox and the rabbit, the wolf and the rabbit, he went after the wolf instead of the rabbit. With the bear and her, he went after the bear. And then when he saw her being beat up by the other guys, he went after the guys, and I was like, he's done nothing but practically hop in and save her ass. But then when I watched it the second time, I was like, oh, he was hunting her the entire time, and I kind of didn't really see that. So even with that, and though, it doesn't.
I didn't even think about it from your point of view of him hunting her, because I didn't think about it like that.
Well, it's because I know certain Predator lore, and I know like they hunt not just for sport, but it's like a way of their life.
Yeah.
So it's like I was like, okay, well maybe he's vigilante in it. Like, maybe he's like, okay, I'm gonna be a kind of a vigilante with it, and serve some justice while I'm doing this hunt. But now it's just like, no, he's still doing this for the game, for the sport. of it that his people do it for.
But was he doing it for that?
It's definitely for the sport. They definitely it's definitely for the sport. That's the one
Like I
consistent piece of
said,
Predator
I
lore that I
don't
know.
know. Cause like I said, I'm just, if I was to just watch this movie, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
not knowing any past Predator information, then I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing it the way I experienced it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and I
saying?
think that's another thing about it too is that this movie is very accessible. Um, Even when I kind of was like, all right, well, this is probably gonna go, but so far with just being an accessible and enjoyable film, it definitely surpassed my expectations. I going into it, I was like, okay, let's see how this is gonna play out. But I've heard nothing but positive things about this film.
I loved
This
it.
is the best reviewed, best rated Predator film. And I do
It
honestly believe,
is.
and I'm in the camp with a lot of people that say, man, this should have been dropped in theaters because
Theaters.
it has so much buzz around it before, during, and after its release. Even now, you see, I'm reviewing this, and people are still talking about this movie to this day. Um, it's gonna go down as one of the greatest. Like I said before, one of the greatest Predator movies. And I do think if it was released in theaters, it would have done really, really good at the box office just from word of mouth. I would have paid to see this in theaters, honestly. I mean, I would have gone had it been feasible for me, but if I would have saw it once, I probably would have been like, yeah, I would give money. I haven't yet seen a movie that I say I would see twice. I have not gone back to the theater to see something twice yet. So I'm not gonna say this one would have got me because I said that about another film, but this one I could definitely see it being like top of the box office, facing off against what Top Gun Maverick was the highest film in the summer. This would have easily dethroned that movie, I think, because it was really good. So, um, I mean, that's really basically all I have to say. Like, I like that. I love the action sequences in it. I love the use of Predator, and just seeing, since this is, like I said, since this is something that predates um the first Predator film,
Yeah.
it's just really cool seeing that technology that he uses, and then
Well, let me
this
ask you
particular
one
Predator's
question. That's what I was just about to
method
ask
that
you.
he uses
Yeah.
um to hunt and to do the hunt, to go through it through his ritual experience. I do know each other Predator, they go through it differently. But it's just, it was really fun to watch this. I really did enjoy it. I don't have anything I disliked about the film because it was, even bringing in the colonizing humans into this, and then having that whole story
You
kind
talking
of
about
play out.
colonizing here? That's
It
funny. And then the fact that they acted like they're looking for the predator, fucking lying ass bitches.
Yeah, this was a really good film. And one interesting thing about this film too is that it is also available to watch in the native Comanche language with subtitles. So they filmed the movie two times. Every scene they filmed it once in English and another time in the Comanche language.
That's
Which,
beautiful.
yeah, I thought it was a really cool
That's
thing.
beautiful.
I said I would love to watch it, but my thing is
you know
subtitles.
why? No, you see, you know why I say that's beautiful is because it just pays homage to what I already thought this movie was.
Yeah, this
And,
this
and,
is
and you
this
know, you
is
want to know
a
what I'm, and not to keep cutting you off, but what I want to say real quick is that I like how a lot of the directors, they're using tragedy to bring us to look at the beauty of what, of people. Like I would say in this movie, they did technically in a way use a tragedy of quote unquote Christopher Columbus, but they introduced us and introduced some people to the culture of Native Americans, the healing herbs, some of their practices and stuff. So, and I would even compare it with Jeffrey Dahmer, and I hate to do that, but only on the strength of it taking something so tragic and trying to highlight the positivity in it, which introduces us to, like I said, the social injustices that Black and brown people continue to face. And that's my highlight of it. Like I said, the Native American people of Black and brown color, that's what they are. Like they're minorities, and it just brings us to have an open mind and really like hold on. Now that we're really trying to take a lead and control the situation of social injustice, now that it appears as if some of the baby boomers or people who are so instilled in their racist behaviors and antics, now that it appears as if we are trying to move forward in this, we're finally bringing social injustice to light. And I really appreciate that this year alone, and how the directors and producers have been putting that into our history. You get what I'm saying? Because nobody wants to watch Roots all the time. You get what I'm saying? Like that shit is sad. That shit will make you want to slap somebody. Nobody, and it's a beautiful, and Roots is beautiful. It's beautiful. So is Amistad. So is A Time to Kill. But that stuff will make you in a time to kill. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like just to see how and like I said, I really don't like going there with this stuff because it's so emotional. And for our enslaved ancestors, it's an emotional process that no nobody, not even a dog, not even a rabbit, not even a rat, should have had to endure. And we had human beings enduring this, and that really, like I said, always. I be trying not to go on my rants. I do. I swear, I'm sorry. Like I really try not to, but it's tough. So I'm just appreciative of the way society is now in divulging this type of information to the younger generation, so that it's not a form of hatred, because we're tired of hatred. Hatred is why we're where we are now. We don't need hatred anymore. We need a form of love. So while it was bad behavior by other people, unacceptable behavior, we don't want to hate you, but we want you to know that you were fucking wrong. You were fucking wrong, bro. You should never done that shit to anybody. You were wrong, but we're not gonna hate you. We want to move on. And if you continue to hate us, then you're gonna have a problem, because it's gonna be more of us than you, as it always has been. But we're together now, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that about does it for our review of Prey.
I should never watch this movie, bro. You should have known better than to have me watch this.
It's a simple horror movie.
It's not simple at all.
I mean, it's a great movie. Everybody, I mean, definitely watch it. It's definitely a good action movie. If you look into it deeper, I mean, that's great. That's awesome.
But definitely check it out.
It's on Hulu. Definitely check it out. It's on Hulu. I give it a good 5 stars. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was really good. Like I said, everything well paced. Everything I said.
It was
really
even
great.
The action scenes, we didn't talk much. I talked a lot about a lot of other stuff, but the action scenes are really well. I like that. You know what I wanted to mention too. I liked how she went in the scene when she got stuck in the mud. Mm-hmm. She used that same thing against that. Like that was funny. Yeah, that was cool.
It was a really good movie. I would hope that eventually there's some type of a follow up to it. Because there are some interesting things they can do with period pieces centered around Predator, so to speak. So I think that'll be pretty cool to kind of see what other directions they could take with these types of stories, and then adding the Predator to it. But that's all that we have for y'all tonight. BrickWall Horror Month has only just begun. If y'all hadn't earlier, I did a review of a Halloween special I watched, and I thought it was pretty funny. Solar Opposites Halloween special. Make sure y'all check that out.
Hey, on Tubi, there's a movie called Creature Cabin. Check it out. I watched that. Yeah, it's a little, but check it out. Don't just try to watch it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, what? Like, watch it.
Yeah, definitely check that out.
On Tubi, Creature Cabin.
Our next BrickWall horror review will be announced soon. But until then, stay tuned for more BrickWall anime. Check us out tomorrow on Twitch.
Don't worry, it's gonna be a post. It's gonna be a post, I promise. Because I watched it. I did weeks ago. Sorry.
Check us out tomorrow night on Twitch. We got. I think tomorrow's gonna be one of the best of the 5. if y'all have seen the other 4, but definitely go check out I guess there's clips on our Twitch. So try to check those out. I know I didn't put the link in the section down below. Yes, I will do it.
He will fix it.
But until then, you guys stay easy, stay breezy, and boo ha 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 ha. It's Halloween month. Peace.